Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining some Minecraft PvP tips and tricks so you can destroy your opponent in any battle. It doesn't matter what platform you play on, it could be console, PC, mobile, anything, and you can still win and beat your opponent. These tips will include strategy while fighting and just general tips of course. So the first tip I have for you guys is to improve your PvP skills is to circle around your opponent. This might be confusing at first, but in all the clips of me fighting, I always try to circle around my opponent. The reason why this is such a good strategy is because if you circle around them, they won't be able to hit you as much, and they will miss all their shots while you are hitting them constantly. The second tip I have for you guys is to just practice, of course. As you know, practice makes perfect, and if you play a lot, you will be better. So the third tip I have is mostly for PC players, but it can be for anyone if you have a mouse, of course. But it's to learn a clicking method. The standard amount of CPS, which CPS means clicks per second, but the standard amount of CPS you get from clicking normally is around 7 to 9, which is not a lot at all. This is why you need to invest some time into learning a clicking method so you can click faster and beat your opponent better. So the most common types of advanced clicking are jitter clicking, drag clicking, and butterfly clicking. So those are the most common types of clicking methods that can get you around 20 or more CPS if you master them. The fourth tip I have is to learn a bridging method. If you're playing Sky Wars or Bed Wars or any sort of game like those, you want to be able to build as fast as you can so that you're able to go over to your opponent and kill him really fast. So yeah, just get a bridging method. You can probably search them on YouTube. Same for the clicking ones. But yeah. The fifth tip I have is to place a block in front of your opponent when they are coming towards you. This is a legendary tip because if you place a block in front of them, it will break their sprint, allowing you to hit them while they are standing still for a moment of time. Then you can get a few hits and compared to just rushing towards them right away and probably just not being able to hit them while they hit you. So yeah, place a block in front of your opponent whenever they're rushing you so that you can break their sprint. You can get a few extra hits in before you actually start fighting them. It's a really good method of fighting. Alright, so those are all the tips I have, but don't leave yet because I will list the things to not do in PvP now. So, never repeatedly jump in PvP. Jumping up and down the entire time while fighting is like asking to lose pretty much. The reason why is because when you jump, you will lose some range that you have to hit your opponent. So then they will just hit you back, very easy, because you're up in the air, so it'll be harder for you to actually hit them. Now yes, you can critical hit, but only critical hit if you know that you will actually hit them. But if you just keep jumping up and down, it'll just, there really isn't a point, and it'll just make you worse. So this one is for Java Edition and Bedrock Edition, but if you play on Java Edition, then you should probably use an axe for fighting, of course. If you play on Bedrock Edition, please do not use an axe. I cringe so hard whenever I'm fighting people and they're using an axe, because axes do less damage on Bedrock Edition than they do on Java Edition. So it's just really stupid if you think about it. This one is that you should never rush your opponent and get right into battle. This might sound weird, but actually, before you actually rush your opponent and kill them and all that, you want to maybe get a couple bow shots in, shoot them with a bow, or maybe they use some throwables like a potion or snowball or egg, so you can hit them and all that stuff. Okay, this last tip is actually pretty good, and I always see people mess up with this one, so you should definitely not do this anymore because it's really annoying. Pretty much it's just to never be annoying. This might be weird to say, but there isn't a point in building up and towering, because if you just build up, then you're wasting time and you aren't improving your PvP skills, because yeah, you aren't fighting at all. So you should always not rush, but you could still actually fight them instead of just building up the entire time and camping, because there's really no point, and it'll just make you worse at PvP, of course. Okay, so the last thing I have in PvP to show you guys is to never, I repeat, never gonna give you up.